Hey Capricorn, welcome back to Distilled Tarot. My name's Shannon. I'll be guiding you through today's reading. This is going to be our weekly reading for June 16th through the 22nd. Let's see what's going on with Capricorn. At the heart of your reading, we have the Eight of Wands. What is this? It just feels like activity going on around you. It doesn't feel like it's aimed at you. There's all sorts of like things to be done. Busy. It feels like everyone around you is very, very busy. So you're feeling it. You're feeling this energy, but it doesn't feel like it's for some reason, like it's going on around you, but not. I want to say it's not directly requiring you to be busy. Let's see what the challenge is. Like, let's say there's like parents and children living in the same household. It would be like, okay, one of the kids has to be here and then there, and then that play date canceled, so they want to ask someone else to spend time, but you're going to have to contact the parent, and then the spouse is going to be working late, so can you please do this? It's like a whole lot of little things here and there that's above and beyond the normal busyness level of life. So you may need to like jump in and do more, but it's like not, I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's not like you're not creating it. I think that's the distinction I want to draw there. It doesn't feel like you are creating the busyness, or that it's like, it's not happening because of changes in your schedule, but it's impacting you nevertheless. Like changes to the kids' schedule, changes to the spouse's schedule. What's the challenge for Capricorn? Nine of Pentacles. Okay. In contrast to that feeling that I was just sensing, Nine of Pentacles is much more, I just want to enjoy my life. I've got a certain amount of time to luxuriate in, or I've got a certain amount of money to experience luxury with. I just want to kind of energetically spread out and enjoy and have pleasurable things going on in my life. It feels very Venusian, very astrologically speaking, the energy of Venus. Like enjoying the pleasures of life could very well be money related. So you're either, you might have had something planned, like, I was going to go have a spa day, or I was going to go have a massage, but now I can't because I need to pick this person up and bring them there. I need to contact this friend's parent and ask them if we can do a play date on such and such a day, or I need to pick up the slack for other people who are experiencing an influx in busyness. Show me, what are we focused on? Interesting. The world energy as a focus means that you are sensing that things are about to change in a good way. Nothing is going to be like it was before. The winds of change, you're feeling it in the air, sort of an energy. And I think you feel well positioned for this shift. You may have sensed it coming for a long time. Something in your life building toward a big upgrade. This might be a promotion at work. It might be an investment that you expect to pay off soon. It might be selling a home that's appreciated in value. There's some sort of like something that you could reasonably have seen coming for a few years now, and it's been building up to this point, and it has the sense of being able to reap some reward associated with it, as well as leveling up isn't exactly the right thing to say here. I like upgrade. Upgrade feels better. I don't know, might be a minor distinction, but I try to articulate the energies as given as accurately as possible, and it just feels like you're going to be sensing this as an upgrade. Okay, I was just trying to tap in a little bit more specifically on that distinction to see, okay, why does upgrade feel like a more accurate term? And to me, it's because the way that I'm sensing this, it feels like you, it's like upgrading software. Like you don't, like 999 times out of 1,000, you don't downgrade to a lower version or a previous version of the software once you've upgraded it. And that feels like an important distinction here. With whatever's going on with you, it's like this upgrade, you've felt it coming for a while now. It's almost here. It has your attention. It's a little bit of anticipation, excitement, but like you're not bothered. You're not all in a tizzy about it. You feel your energy feels pretty chill. And I bet that has something to do with this Nine of Pentacles. This there's going to be some sort of reward coming, and you're like, oh, I'm going to enjoy this new upgrade. I'm going to enjoy the way it feels. I'm going to enjoy all the trappings that come along with it, the way my life is about to change. So if I have to be running around like a chicken with my head cut off for the time being, just to help my little social circle tread water and fulfill all of our needs and obligations, so be it. You don't feel very troubled about what's happening right now. In the recent past, we have the King of Swords, which is a wise decision having been made. I do feel like this is your energy. You made an important decision. A lot of analysis went into this. And there was something about throwing an old paradigm, throwing an old ideology out the window. Ten of Swords reversed connected to the King of Swords is like, I've considered all the information as it is right now in this version of my reality, in this now moment, and I have the objectivity to consider this might sound like it's almost as though you have reconsidered your decision-making process itself. The way you make decisions has been upgraded. So that factors into it somehow. But it's like, you took a new approach in making this important decision. And it's interesting because they're showing me that aspect as some facet of this experience that may have just not been highlighted, not been as obvious of a change in your thought process or in your paradigm. But when you look back at this in years to come, you'll notice a shift, because decisions that come after this will have this new perspective baked into it. Tell me something about the difference, the new perspective or the old perspective. Help me articulate. Okay, Two of Wands talks about how you make plans, whether it's incremental. Do you plan just the next few steps, or do you plan the whole path all at once? Do you weigh pros and cons? Do you build out the plan for more than one option and then look down the road, like a few moves down the chess game, if you set things up this way versus this way? There's something with that strategy of the planning phase that has to do with the paradigm shift that you've just incorporated in the decision that you made that led to whatever you're experiencing now, with this building up to a major upgrade. Show me the energy of the environment. Ace of Pentacles. A new opportunity. No, well, yes, it is a new opportunity, but it's it feels like parlaying opportunity into opportunity, like multiplying opportunity. You could have decided to let's say you sold a property and that it had appreciated in value quite a bit, and so now you've got a considerable amount of profit. Instead of just banking that profit, it's like, how can I, what's the right way to say this, parlay? I think that's the right word, I'm not 100% sure. How can I translate this gain and multiply it into more future gains? That's what I feel like this Ace of Pentacles represents here. Because now you're seeing possibilities spark up all around you, like, oh, I could invest here, I could reinvest my money into this, or I could, you know what I mean? It's like, in a sense, it is new opportunity. I'm not sure why they're stressing this distinction for me so strongly, because it's not like it's not out of the blue. It's opportunities that always existed around you, but now you have the resources to notice them because you could immediately capitalize on them if you chose to. In the near future, we have the Eight of Pentacles. This is where you get to work, making use of the See, I'm not certain whether it's actual monetary profit for all of you. It does sure feel that way. Yeah, I'm going to roll with that interpretation because it seems so prevalent in the energy. Your emphasis in the near future, it feels like it's really sparking your interest. Like you want to I get a sense of precision and study and analysis and interest and fun almost. Like, okay, it's going to be a little bit here, a little bit there. Let me watch these factors. Let me analyze those factors. Let me research this potential investment or this team that I might want to invest in. Or now, okay, if it's not that sort of experience, it could be hold on, let me it could definitely be a new job for some of you. Something that's not going to be as much labor. I wanted to say it's not going to be as much work, but that wouldn't be quite accurate because it's effort. It's effort nevertheless. But when you pair the Eight of Pentacles with the Ten of Wands in reverse, it's like this new effort that you're going to be putting in, this new practical, tangible work isn't going to be a burden to you. It isn't going to be overly like overexertion. It's not going to be I would go out on a limb here and say it's not going to be physically difficult. If your work has taken a lot of physical effort, this is a strong indication that that's going to change. If your career has to do with physical effort itself, it's not that that's necessarily going away. It's that you may get into like the finer detail work instead of like let me see if I can think of an analogy. Okay, this is probably going to make no sense, but in the interest of time, it would be like a football player switching from a whole lot of running sprints or running laps to ball handling skills or like footwork, positioning. It's more like, it just feels like more like detail work, less like physical exertion. If physical labor or exertion has not been a part of your work, then it's more about it feels more enjoyable. That could be my own personal bias, just the way I'm sensing the energy. Do you know why? It's because it just feels like it's more interesting and it flows better. I'll leave it at that. Across the board, whatever shift or change you're experiencing, it's going to be more interesting. It's going to feel a little bit more fun. It's going to feel like it flows better. It's not going to feel as difficult, or like it's as much effort, or like you have to kind of gear up and sit and buckle down and just, okay, I'm gonna do this mind over matter style. It'll flow more easily. Show me surprise energy for Capricorn. Nine of Wands, Tower in reverse. Okay, so just at the point when you're about to come to the end of the road here, before you experience this upgrade, You're going to, okay, I like this a lot because you're going to progress beyond the 8 of Wands that we started with, in the middle of the 8 and the 10 of Wands, a reverse that we saw at the bottom of the deck a moment ago. Here's that missing piece to the puzzle, because things progress in order in the tarot. I mean, not always literally in the reading, but that's the concept, that's the kind of ideology behind tarot. When you have the 9 of Wands, it says that what they're giving me here is that when the going gets tough, the tough get going, because it starts to feel more difficult here. 8 of Wands is like, all right, it's speeding up, it's speeding up. 9 of Wands is like, oh, is it over yet? It's when you're let's say you're running a marathon and you're at like the last few hundred yards and like your knees start buckling. You're like, oh, okay, I don't know if I can physically finish this. You know you will because you've trained for it. You can see the finish line, but it's like, okay, I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. I'm almost through. And you know what's on the other end in this instance is this major upgrade, but there's going to be something that kind of pushes you to your limits here. 9 of Wands, you're going to feel it. It's that buckling of the knees, feeling like, oh, okay, I don't know if I can handle this. You can. You definitely can. But it's coming through with the Tower in reverse, which tells me it may be something that freaks you out in the moment. The Tower energy is something sudden and unexpected. It may feel like you're having the rug pulled out from under you. It may be an oh no moment, like this house of cards is going to fall down and all of my hopes are going to be dashed. It's going to feel like that, potentially. So because this is coming through as a surprise, I feel like this is a lovely opportunity to let you know in advance to not freak out. Don't panic. When something happens, because the Tower is in reverse and it's connected to the 9 of Wands, it's going to push you to your limits. It's going to be unexpected to some degree. You're going to question things in that moment, but it's not the disaster you think it is. You will make it through, you will push through it, and come out successful. Show me hopes and fears. Four of Wands. Yeah, you just want to meet the goal. You want to meet the goal, and you want this adds an interesting component to the concept of the upgrade, because it's being able to have evidence of the upgrade, things that can be visible to the outside world as evidence of you having met a certain benchmark in life. So tied into this whole experience, there's something that's going to be an outward projection or an outward example of this upgrade that you're really, I want to say, looking forward to. It's hopes and fears that would tend to fall in the hopeful category, because the Four of Wands also has a little bit of like, it can include an event, like if you're planning on moving into a new home, you may be really looking forward to hosting your friends and having a housewarming party and having everyone witness this new level of success or this new home that's an outward example of the upgrade that you've just experienced. Show me the end result. How will these energies resolve for Capricorn? Seven of Wands reversed, King of Wands reversed. Okay. The King of Wands reversed is frustration. can't even get to anger. Feeling like they should be in control, but they're not. Connected to the Seven of Wands in reverse, and we have letting your guard down. I'm going to pull clarification on this. I'll talk it through a bit to get more from Spirit before we can clarify. Spirit is the King of Wands representing Capricorn. No. Is the Seven of Wands Capricorn? Yes, definitely. Okay. So, someone's going to be upset. Are they upset at Capricorn? No, they're upset as a result of something that Capricorn does, but not at them. Give me more on the King of Wands. Page of Swords reversed. That either means, gosh, it's funny because everything that's coming through is contradictory and accurate. Page of Swords reversed is Mercury retrograde energy. So everything that you know about Mercury retrograde, that's kind of what is coming through for this. It's either that this person is never going to tell you that they're upset, or they're going to take some of something that you communicate to them as bad news. There might be, it might be a misinterpretation. That's why it's coming through as Mercury retrograde energy. They're going to misinterpret. Give me one more on this pairing. Yeah, Ace of Swords reversed. Okay, it's definitely going to be a piece of information that I'm just trying to tap in to see if I should give you a heads up that you might communicate something unclearly. I don't think that's the case, but maybe watch out for potential miscommunications. If there's someone in your life that could feel like their power is being taken away by what's happening with you, give me more on the Seven of Wands. The Sun. Yeah, okay, this is your energy. You are going to be feeling happy and abundant and prosperous, like there are a myriad of new opportunities in front of you, just like Spirit wants for you with this Ace of Pentacles. Like, you have, I'm trying to think of the past tense of springboard. You have springboarded? You have sprungboard? Sorry. You used a springboard to get to where you are now, where you end up at the end of this reading, and you can really revel in the opportunities that exist around you. Now that we're tying this to the Seven of Wands reversed, I'm getting the sense of leaving behind territory that you used to defend. A home base, something that felt like it was yours, and it likely is not actual land or a building. It can be a group that you belonged to that you're no longer going to be associating with. If you are moving, this could be a neighbor that you spent a lot of time with, or like you used to pet sit for them and they would come over and pet sit for you, or checking each other's mail, or it feels like it goes beyond that, because this person seems quite upset. The energy feels quite upset. It could just be jealousy, you guys. It is possible that this is jealousy, but there's tied in with that is a miscommunication or a misinterpretation of information on their part. On your side, it's because you are no longer like in the trenches with them. It's almost like they are still fighting the battle that you were fighting, and now you've like retreated off of that line to go like, if fighting a battle is a metaphor for life, you're no longer in those trenches. You are fighting a different battle now. I bring in the battle metaphor because from their perspective, they feel like they've lost a comrade and like, oh, now I have to fight this fight on my own. Okay, I think I've articulated all of the information that wanted to come through there. I hope that at least some of that made sense to whomever needed to hear it. Show me advice for Capricorn. Yeah, you have to do it. You have to be the one to walk away here. You are headed toward an upgrade. And if you doubt your plan at any time here, this advice is encouraging you that it's okay to leave behind something that's good. Just because it's good doesn't mean it's as good as you can do. And your like wheels are in motion already. It's like the inertia is heading toward a greater degree of enjoyment, prosperity, happiness. But intertwining with all of that, there's this truth. Do you see the snake there? The truth. They want me to pull one more. What other advice do you want me to give to Capricorn? Yeah, you're going to come out successful. And at the end of the day, the people who feel wronged by this, if there is anyone, like in this King of Wands reversed scenario, if there's anyone that feels wronged by you because you are leaving them behind, so to speak, eventually they will celebrate your success. I think even in this moment when that happens, it's not going to be like they hate you. It's going to be nuanced. This is someone that's close to you, someone that cares about you. So if they're offended or jealous or angry, there's going to be a part of them in that moment that is celebrating your success. And I think the longer time goes on, the more they're going to shift toward being a supporter of your success and not so much focused on maybe their own perceived loss by having you leave their life to a degree. All right, Capricorn, I hope that helped. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you back next week. Bye.